Hey guys, Ryan over at 2 Minute Tennis. Look, I believe proper video analysis is absolutely the best way to improve your technique. But properly analyzing video takes a simple step-by-step process. And that's what this video is all about. I'm going to be talking to you about how to analyze your own forehand topspin ground stroke. Now, I'm going to assume that your grip and body are correct. See, the swing is actually built on the foundation of the grip and the body. I'm going to assume that your grip and the body are right, and I'm going to go right to teaching you the checkpoints on the swing. Once you're holding the racket correctly, once you're making sure you turn and you're turning your hips with your body, now you have to understand the swing. And I use checkpoints, and there are 6 checkpoints to be taught and learned on the forehand topspin, and I'm going to show you them right now. So checkpoint number 1 is a ready position. Nice wide stance, split stepping as your opponent hits the ball, knees bent. I also want you to notice my elbows. My elbows are out. Most recreational amateur players have their elbows in. If you've ever been told that your swing is too large, this is actually one of the cures. Look, when we turn for a forehand or a backhand, we want this elbow up. Why not then start with our elbows out? See, it's not called a starting position, and it's not called a waiting position. It's called a ready position. So let's start ready. Let's start with our elbows out the way we want them to be when we turn. So get your elbows out, feet wide, knees bent, split stepping as your opponent strikes the ball. Checkpoint number 2 is the unit turn. Film yourself and see if you get into a perfect unit turn. Non-hitting hands still on the throat of the racket. Your strings will be facing over to your side. Since I'm hitting on my right side, my strings are facing off to my right. My back elbow is still up. Again, that's how I had my ready position. That's the benefit of having your elbows out in the ready position. The benefit of keeping the elbow out is it keeps the swing more on the hitting side of your body. When your elbow drops, that's when your racket goes onto the wrong side of your body. If you've ever been told that your swing is too large, the fix is not to think smaller swing. The fix is get your elbow up. Then that keeps the racket on the hitting side of your body. That is an easy tip that anyone can apply instantly. Whether you're a coach, you can give it to your students to improve their swings, or if you have been told your swing is too large, make sure your elbow is up. At this point, my chin is resting on my front shoulder, and I'm probing, right? I'm figuring out where to stand as that ball is coming to me. Checkpoint number 3. This is when I drop. It is vital that when we swing for topspin, we're swinging low to high, that we go up to the ball. So I have to make sure I drop down to get below the ball. Now, the reason I didn't go there immediately is because I want to build up racket speed. So I want to swing high and get some gravity-assisted racket speed where I'm dropping down to this point. At this point, the butt cap will be pointing at the ball. The strings will be closed. You can either drop the way Federer does on the outside of the hand and then pull the hand forward, called a pre-stretch or lag forehand. You can do it more the way Serena and Del Potro do it, where the racket drops behind. Either way is correct. You just have to see what works best for you. But what needs to happen is you've got to make sure you get your knees bent below contact, almost like you're sitting in a chair, Vic Braden style. Butt cap again pointing at the ball. And you'll notice my strings are closed. You want your strings closed as an amateur prior to contact, because this is going to help checkpoint number 4. This is where you make your money. Here's the contact. Couple things to notice. I'm looking, keeping my head super still at contact. My non-hitting hand is higher than contact. This is vital. Most amateurs have their hand down. It becomes a counterweight. They can't turn their hips and their shot suffers. So keep your non-hitting hand up above contact. This is a lifesaver for so many of my students. I am swinging low to high at this point, rolling up the back of the ball. The reason I'm able to roll up the back of the ball is because I was below contact in checkpoint 3 with my strings closed. Now when I swing up to contact, my racket's traveling, up toward the sky, not directly toward the sky, but forward and up, if you know what I mean. But I'm now able to roll up the back of the ball to impart topspin on the ball. The non-hitting hand, again, is higher than contact, and then I'm going to use that non-hitting hand at checkpoint 4 to then go out to checkpoint number 5, where I'm swinging out toward my non-hitting hand, but I'm swinging out toward my target. My head is going to be staying super still, down, look at Federer, look at Nadal, down where I was contacting. If your head moves, your head is so heavy pound for pound that it'll easily, screw up your shot. So you got to make sure you keep your head super still. On checkpoint 2, I had my chin on my front shoulder. At checkpoint 5, I'm gonna have my chin on my back shoulder. That's the extension and follow through. And then last is the finish. Catch the racket in the non-hitting hand. My chin and shoulder are still touching. My back foot is turned up on the toe if I'm hitting a neutral stance, and then I get back to checkpoint number 1. So it's checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2, checkpoint 3, checkpoint 4, checkpoint 5, checkpoint 6. I want you to watch me hit these forehands, both from the back view and the side view, and I want you to look for the checkpoints we just talked about.